welcome to another edition of Saturday Morning Dad Jokes. I am Tom, and
I am Mike.
we are here to bring you your
Jokes.
Saturday Morning Dad Jokes for another round. Trying to add to the content that's out there and available for folks to use freely. So I'm a dad. This is a reminder. I'm a dad of a 5-year-old, and Mike
Yes, I
is the
got
dad.
two dogs.
Mike has 2 dogs, so how we define dad is very broad. I will start with the first joke today, which is I think we were
Reader submitted joke.
Yep, this was a viewer submitted during our live
Viewer.
stream. Yep. And let me see if I can find it real quick because I don't want to mess it up if I misquote it. Okay. So it was, what do you call the child of an elephant and a rhino?
LFI now.
You got it. But hey,
But
at least somebody submitted something. I mean,
yes, yes.
and
I love it when I get jokes.
right.
Like the time that I watched Sixth Sense and I figured it out before the end. I'm like, he's dead. He's dead. I'm done with this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then you stop short.
But that is a classic joke. LFI know.
It is classic.
A,
That just
the
wins.
first.
It wins
Remember the first
points.
time you heard it?
Yeah. Oh,
What's that?
I was gonna say it wins points for like just being a
Oh, yeah.
classic standard,
No.
dad joke material.
It is classic. It is absolutely classic.
I was in the 4th grade probably when I heard that the first time, 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah, yeah, and it's doubly funny, I think, because it's a little bit, it has hell in there. So
Right.
It's
Oh,
a little,
yeah.
it's a little edgy.
I would
You
agree.
know?
Yep.
So
Yeah. So I mean, if we were to apply our criteria, because clearly the person that submitted it wants to know if we were to give it the full analysis, the dad joke
okay,
analysis. So if it's is this a dad joke or is this a bad joke?
it's definitely a dad joke.
Yeah, I think we
Definitely
definitely
a dad joke.
we agree on that. That's an easy one.
You could tell it while you were dadding at the zoo.
I mean,
You know,
I haven't even looked yet, but it may already be in good old Hughes' book.
Mer- did Mermy cover it?
Yeah.
Is it? How many jokes do we have left? Only 499 now.
$4.99. So we got a ways to go. Sorry, folks.
Got a ways to go.
Yep. So we'll see if that one's in there, but if not, we've got it covered now.
Does it have an index in the back?
No, it's not. But maybe I'll make that suggestion to him that when he comes out with his second edition, that he includes an index that makes it
Have
easier
an
to find.
index.
Yeah.
It will be helpful.
Yeah. Absolutely. Or just take the whole thing online and make your own little online website where you can just
Right,
do a search
search.
for them. Yeah.
Right.
Or we can do that ourselves. Why give him the idea? Okay, it's definitely a dad joke. The other is
Where would you tell it?
where's it appropriate to tell?
I don't know. I mean, a politician, it's got a little edge. I'm going to say no. If you're a politician, be mindful.
Yeah,
For some people, hell is a very real thing.
that's true. That's true. That's a good point. Can't fool around with that. Beyond a politician, though, it's pretty well. Maybe not safe in some churches.
Maybe not safe in some churches,
To your
right?
point about hell.
Houses of worship.
Yeah.
But I would think most other.
I mean, clearly, if I heard it in 4th or 5th grade, I
It
mean,
was a fourth grade teacher.
yeah,
It was an edgy fourth grade teacher. I think
exactly.
it was sixth grade. It was Mr. Nunzio.
Yeah,
Edgy.
his reputation precedes him. Yes, I remember him. I did not have him, but I know of him. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Nunzio. His reputation did precede him.
Yep. I could hear Mr. Mine would have been Mr. Schaefer,
Yeah.
the PE teacher. Yeah.
And he lived in our neighborhood, right?
He did live in our neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. I was gonna say, it to me, it almost sounds like a joke. That actually, that's where my mind went to immediately. A gym teacher.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is perfect material for a gym teacher.
Yep. I would agree. Okay. So I think we've given that one the good once over.
Yep.
We're gonna-
Classic joke there.
Yep, classic joke. How about we switch over to yours.
So we went to an Italian restaurant, and we ran into the Terminator. And as he was leaving, he said, "Pasta la vista."
Pasta la vista. Okay. Yeah, and you made that one.
I did. I made it with my
Wow.
own mind.
Wow. This is not coming
Yeah.
from Hugh's book. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's yeah,
Well,
not
let's.
from a book.
I mean, I got a chuckle out of it.
You did. You had to kind of swallow there a little bit.
Part of it's because I'm just slow and I was processing it, right? So, I started to appreciate it more. The more it sank in.
Yeah.
You know.
You know. Hasta la vista. My wife had a tenant when she owned a duplex before we were married, and the tenant wanted to plant hostas, the plant, and Chrissy didn't want that because hostas apparently take over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she sold the place, I joked to her for months and months after that she should go up to the tenant who bought the house after Chrissy left and give her a hosta and say "Hasta la vista."
So this is a theme with you. This is a continuation of
Yeah.
like something you've been wanting to say in a more a larger setting to get a greater appreciation besides
It
your wife.
has been. Arnie has been on my mind a lot. Democracy. Democracy is like the sword of Conan.
Jeez. Okay.
Come with me if you want to live. That's what he said when he got vaccinated.
Jeez Louise. Was that your second joke?
That's not.
No.
That's just real. That's
That-
just Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's
Okay.
just the governor.
Okay. So, was this a dad joke or a bad joke? Is the first criteria we need to look at here? I mean, I could see a dad doing this.
It's complicated though, because then,
Yeah.
like, has the kid seen the movie? Because there's a reference there.
Yeah, that's true. And depending on the parent, there's probably quite a few kids that haven't seen the movie.
Yeah. It was like my Jaws joke. So I wondered about that, but that's the problem with Jaws is Quint, who is quintessentially a mistake in the movie, was a joke, but kind of it's not a dad joke. I don't feel like. I feel like maybe that's like a film teacher joke.
Or maybe like I mean, for in your case, your furry dad joke, like it's appropriate because your dogs don't know any better, and your audience is a little different.
That's right. My dogs love jokes that end in treats or food off the table.
Right, right. Which I mean, in some ways, this was food related. I don't know. I think it kind of straddles both sides of being a bad joke and a dad joke.
Right.
But I do appreciate it. It's growing on me.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And then
somewhere in between.
yeah, it's somewhere in between. And then in terms of where is it appropriate to tell in what settings, I don't think anybody would be overly
At a
offended.
Billy Joel concert when he's singing Italian Restaurant.
That's a possibility. That's right. I like that. Where else? I mean, I don't. There's no. Whew.
Was it called Italian Restaurant?
I'm not that familiar with his body of work.
The scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, but I don't remember exactly how it's titled.
Okay.
I mean, an Olive Garden, it might be more appropriate. Like, to your point, you were out eating dinner and it was Italian.
It would be. It would be. Yes. It would be absolutely appropriate to tell an Olive Garden. An Olive Garden.
I mean, I feel like Olive Garden's missing an opportunity for Schwarzenegger to actually be like their spokesperson and actually have that as part of the, like, his thing as he walks out.
Pasta la vista. See you next time you come to Olive Garden.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you may be onto something. So once again, I think we might be helping others in terms of their marketing.
Democracy is the right to eat at Olive Garden. Boston of Easter.
I think your impression is actually funnier than your joke, but yes, yes. A politician could tell the joke if they felt so inclined. So if you think about like all the spaghetti dinners they have to go to when they're raising money,
So I
they're
do wonder that because there is is it well I don't know, would it be okay for a politician?
yeah,
Is it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, also because he is he's seen as kind of he he spans all types of political ideology, so I think he would also be safe in terms of the fact that you're referencing the Terminator and
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it would be okay.
All right. So not necessarily a dad joke, not necessarily a bad joke.
Right,
a
somewhere in
dad,
between.
a dad joke.
But dad joke.
Um,
You know, I'm not going to create a new graphic for that one, but yeah.
uh,
Okay.
and then yeah, politicians could tell it.
Uh huh.
I guess a priest. I don't really know what the
I could see it being told at a spaghetti dinner that they use for raising funds at a church or a
spaghetti dinner. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I could easily see the pastor or the priest get up and say, you know, as you're walking out, blah blah blah, and then end with that joke.
Yeah.
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 Okay, I like that. I think we got that one covered. Did you have a? Did I hear you had a second joke that you wanted to?
Well, yeah, I do. I guess. How are we for time?
We're okay.
We're okay. All right. We want to keep these. We want to keep these punchy. We want to keep people hungry for the jokes.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
think you know if we've lost anybody, I'm sure they'll be
want
back.
that ear fatigue. Yeah.
Right.
So I, um, local jokes. Local jokes. So Chrissy listens to this podcast. I don't listen to it. It's called "How Did This Get Made," which is about they review these movies and talk about how it got made, like big dumb movies, like how did I don't know Armageddon get made, right? Um, though people like that movie. But anyway, that's the premise of the show. I don't really listen to it, but they have a saying on there. I told her these jokes, and she said, "Well, local jokes get local work." It's like what? And it's something that they say on that show.
Right?
Anyway, so I don't know if local jokes are dad jokes or like how that works. But yeah, so I wrote two.
Okay. Okay.
One was I had a radio
Okay.
and I threw it into Puget to see if it would make a sound.
Definitely. Definitely a
Local,
yeah.
because I live by the Puget Sound.
Yeah. Yeah. And I definitely think it's a dad joke without a doubt. It's cringeworthy.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad joke. Like it's you know it's got a level of wit to it, dad wit.
Okay. And then here's the second one. Here's the
Okay.
second one. Now this one's complicated.
Okay,
This one's complicated.
Uh-oh,
You'll
here we
get this one.
of course.
So, what do pine trees do when they're in distress?
Yeah, I know where you're going,
They take a shat.
and most people aren't going to know the reference to that at all.
Nope, because I came out here, I was like, God darn it.
Uh huh.
These trees out here, these shats.
Are everywhere.
What are you talking about? Shats. Like shats, pine shats. They're like, no,
Nobody's
No.
heard of that. Yeah.
that's a pine needle.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I guess is that just the tri-state area in Maryland?
Yeah. And even then, it's a very old word that is not currently being passed on.
Chat, but chat is
Yeah, pine
growing
shats.
up. We always called the pine needles chats. It's a regional joke.
It's a very regional joke. Like that might be not even tri-state. That might be half of a state that's
That
applying.
might be Salisbury.
Right. Right. Well, that I do like that one. I think it's going to be missed by 98% of the population, including maybe a lot of the younger folks in Salisbury.
That's right. Local jokes get local work. You might not even be able to go to, I don't know, who had comedy night in Salisbury.
Was it like the flying? What was that? What was that place called? There was like the flying pub or whatever. I don't know. Whatever it was called.
Brew River.
Yeah, Brew River probably
One
had
night
it.
only.
Yep, that was a
Like Greg and Tom Webb
yeah.
at Brew River.
Was there anywhere else that had comedy nights?
I
There
don't
wasn't
think
a lot of places.
there was that coffee shop across from the library that might have had an open mic night. But
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of there. I think there were a couple of places.
You really had to go to Ocean City to watch
Ocean City, yeah.
any type of.
And I don't
stand-
even. I was trying to think there. I mean, was there the Comedy Cellar in OC?
not like some cities, and I also don't think that stand up was as big as it is now when we were growing up. In terms of like, you see a lot more places that do exclusively stand up than back in the 80s. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but I mean, and it's thanks to people like us that continue to want to see good comedy as to why there's more stand up places.
That's right. Hey, you can get some of that local work there in Salisbury.
Well, I'll make sure that we target our ad dollars for this episode to the Salisbury demographic.
I guess. I mean, well, I'm worried now. That's kind of. I mean, that's a little edgy. Shat. It's like hell if I know.
Well, it's just we can.
You're
Just,
walking a line.
I mean, I'll have to think
You're
of
running for mayor of the Bury. Maybe not say that one.
Be careful. BEE.
That's right. Be careful.
Yeah, I might have to put a little warning in our title for this episode. Let people know that this is the more edgy of content that we've had so far in terms of dad jokes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're ending with a different question for each other.
Yes.
So, what was your latest eBay purchase?
Yeah. What was mine? I'm looking actually.
Oh.
I do like eBay.
Your wife probably does not like eBay because of you liking eBay.
I know. Well, we are not sponsored by eBay, by the way.
No. We clearly are
what did you
sponsored.
buy?
What did I buy? I'll look up real quick. Let's see. Purchases. I mean, it's such a random occurrence when I order from eBay. Let's see. I ordered a total of, it was a lot purchase of 7 items of university apparel for the university that I work at. So it's all name brand, Under Armour, Nike, stuff like that. That was gently used. That I purchased at a good price because, let's face it, any kind of university collegiate apparel is not cheap if you buy it in the bookstore. So,
Okay. All right.
did you find yours?
Yeah, I did. I got it looks like the last thing that came in the mail would have been a Kath and Kim DVD set, because Chrissy likes Kath and Kim. An
Oh,
Australian comedy show.
okay.
Got seasons 3 and 4.
So it's not something that you enjoy as much as she does.
Oh no, I like it. This is a pretty funny show.
Gotcha. But it's something that she wanted.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I mean,
For myself, I've been looking for Godzilla versus Biollante. You cannot afford it. It's like $150 Blu-ray. Like,
wow.
it's just because it's like one of the dumb things. Like, it's gone out of print, and
Yeah.
now people are like,
Trying to get it.
I hit the mother load. Good thing I snatched up all these Godzilla versus Biollante. So
Is it because it's coming out on HBO Max, like the new movie?
no, possibly, but the other Godzilla movies that you can buy, you can get them for like $10. But this one, it was never widely released until, I don't know, sometime in the 2000s.
Nice.
But now it's going out of print, and you can no longer afford to even look at the
Wow.
Godzilla versus Biollante. Even the DVDs go for a lot. I think on Amazon, people are hawking them for like $250.
Wow.
What is your problem?
Well, supply and demand, I guess. This
I
101.
guess.
Well,
But anyway,
since
yeah, so that was,
since mine was
I've been
so
looking for that.
since mine was so boring, because it's just apparel, and I know you were hoping I would say something a little more exciting because I do have some creative purchases sometimes.
You do. You
I
do.
A non eBay related purchase that arrived yesterday evening was I purchased a bed jet. And if you're not familiar with what a bed jet is, it's basically a air conditioner for your covers, for your sheets, and it's this giant like unit that sits under your bed. You plug it in, and you run like ductwork to these specially vented zoned sheets that cool you at night because I sleep very hot. So I've been told this is going to change my life because I have somebody that I work with that has one of these systems. Actually, has had one of these systems for several years and swears by it.
Edge.
So I am. It was not cheap, by the way. It's kind of almost cost prohibitive. But I only got it for my side of the bed because my wife does not have any interest in having
Edge.
HVAC for the bed exclusively. But I did get a bed jet. We'll
As
see.
a kid, I distinctly remember like when we would hang out and I would go in your bed, you'd be like, "Don't touch my pillow."
Yeah, don't make my pillow hot.
You didn't like. I was like, "What? Why can't I touch your pillow, dude?"
Still,
and you're
still
like, "I don't like
applies.
a hot pillow."
Yeah, still applies. Like if my son comes into our bedroom, do not get near my pillow. Like
Don't
it's
touch
like
the pillow.
like a Secret Service detail. Like I will dive across the bed to keep people off my pillow. So, and I don't do a lot of diving, but for that I would. All right,
Ryan.
you're crying, aka allergies. Yeah.
Memories.
All right, so I think we'll wrap it up there,
Yes.
and we'll see you next Saturday with another episode.
Yes.
And we continue to ask you to please submit your jokes so that we can consider them for the show and review them like we did the one today, our first one. And we will see you later. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great week.